Listen, don't be mad. I know it's been like 2 weeks since I uploaded on this podcast channel. But I'm a full-time college student. I barely have more than 5 minutes to myself while I'm not busy doing homework or taking a test. And when I go home, I honestly don't feel super comfortable recording while I'm there. Just because, I do get busy. I have a life outside of being a college student. I am a nerd. I had D&D this past weekend and the weekend before. I was busy babysitting, taking tests, so finally got more than 5 minutes to myself. But I thought I would update on life of a college student. One, I tried to do this thing where I would record for short periods of time throughout the day, kind of like a vlog, and try to upload it, but I have realized my video editing skills aren't the best yet, so I don't feel comfortable uploading something that low of a quality or that awful. And I also apologize, I don't have in my earbuds. I could not find them for the life of me. I looked for so long. I think I honestly left them at home, which is something I would do. It's very on brand for me. My object permanence, out the window. Also, spatial awareness, non-existent. What has been going on in my life? I have written another speech for my communications class. This time, instead of it being an informative on DNA evidence, it's a persuasive on why it is so important to use in court and blah blah blah. I'm not going to bore everyone with the details. I'll probably post it because I do get my recordings back, post how it goes on here, or if you know me in real life, if you want to know about it, I'll tell you about it. On the internet, not really something I feel like sharing, even though, the internet's forever. I've done some dumb stuff and it's on the internet, so oops. My English class is going good. Fun fact, I don't know what's wrong with my brain or my eyes. Reading articles and textbooks online make me want to go insane, but I also don't feel like wasting so much paper printing them out because my professors aren't going to do it. Fun fact, when you're in college, your professors care about you, but they don't care enough to print out everything for you. I know in a couple of my classes where they're grad students, they will, but other than that, you're kind of on your own. I'm trying to figure it out, and I just don't have the money for printer paper and ink to use my roommates. So, R.I.P. me, I guess. I need to find a new productivity spot, because mine was the, plaza area. We have a fountain here, and there are picnic tables, and me and my friends would sit outside and just work for a couple hours in between classes and stuff. But when it's 40 degrees outside, it's kind of hard to focus on work when you literally can't feel your fingers. Also, being outside in the cold and coming back inside has made my nosebleeds so bad. Going outside and then coming back inside when it's warm, 30 degrees to 75 degrees in an instant. I have had 3 nosebleeds today alone. The first 2 weren't bad. They were only 5 to 10 minutes, but that last one lasted an hour. I thought I was dying. I didn't die. I know. Shocking. I took a history test. It's not done. I have an essay, but that isn't due until 5 o'clock tomorrow. So I'm going to do that in between my history and, between my English and psych, not history, English and psych class. So that I can get that done. And if I can't, it isn't a big deal if I have to do it after my speech tomorrow, because I do have to present tomorrow, so not a big deal. I have enough time to get it done. I already have it started. I already have an outline. Easy peasy. lemon squeezy. What else? Fun fact. All of my professors kind of forgot how to in-person teach because they took the year, like, online teaching last year because of COVID. Love her. But a lot of them are trying to cram in everything now because in the beginning of semester, like, 80 to 90% of my midterms were a week or two late, and some of them still haven't been graded. Like, girl, please put in my grades. I would enjoy knowing my actual grade. Still working on every extra credit I can, except for theater, because that I actually have to go to live theater, and one, I don't have the money to go to live theater, and two, I haven't found anything currently that I would call live theater that I would thoroughly enjoy, and I don't want to go to something and pay if I'm not going to enjoy it, because she says she wants us to go to something we enjoy and then write about it. But I just haven't found anything yet. I'll find something within the next week or two, hopefully, before this class ends. 1 or 2 shows I'll go to, even if it's just a concert or, like, she's really not picky, as long as it's, like, live performance type of stuff. Walking to class, let me tell you, it's an experience. I didn't until last week bring home all of my long pants and long sleeves, so I was just trekking it in a sweater and shorts in, like, 40-degree weather every morning. But until this past week, it has been warm after my morning class, so it really wasn't that bad. Still kind of froze to death. Still am kind of freezing to death. Don't mind that, my computer was glitching. I have lo-fi music on because I was asleep, and that's what I sleep to, that or my shows, like comfort shows, which I have the weirdest comfort shows, especially now that I'm in college. Like, anytime I have free time, like just 15 minutes, I normally try to, especially when my roommate's gone, I will do some exercises if I don't feel like walking to the rec while watching shows. And let me tell you, doing squats to Breaking Bad is kind of weird. Oh my god, I need to stop saying and fidgeting, because I know in my communications class we talk about, like, hey, that's how people know you're nervous, and, like, you need to stop doing it. But I can't stop fidgeting, especially since I try to keep this as real as possible, so I don't script it, don't write anything down, so it's just whatever comes out of my mouth, which is a little dangerous, especially since my censor isn't the best, especially if there aren't little kids around. And shocker, me, an 18-year-old woman, says curse words. I know, it's unbelievable. How dare I even think about cursing? Well, this past week, it's Halloween. I didn't really do much. On Halloween, I'm at that age where, trick-or-treating's awkward, and I don't live in a neighborhood where we pass out candy that often. So, on Halloween, that was a Sunday, a lot of people didn't do anything on Halloween where I was. The night before was trick-or-treat, so I went and watched a couple of my friends' girls. I normally don't see them that much when I babysit. One of the girls came down, she was feeling a little sick, she hung out with me on the couch, so she hung out. She's the cutest little thing. She told me her career plan was to grow up, graduate high school, and babysit with me so that we could hang out forever. And I didn't have the heart to tell her that they're the only ones I babysit and I have a real job. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, well, I work in the crime lab and I only watch you girls. And she was like, is there daycare at the crime lab? I'll come work at the crime lab with you. And I was like, oh, babe. I'm just gonna let her live out that dream until she realizes I'm not gonna break a 9-year-old's heart. How can you break a 9-year-old's heart? But she looked so cute. She was all dressed up for Halloween, didn't even take her makeup off, just went to bed. Wednesday before. When was Halloween? Wednesday before last, yeah. Wednesday before last, I dressed up and handed out candy on campus because we have some of the local kids will come. They like to see all of the college kids dressed up, which is adorable. I dressed as Ralphie, from Christmas Story. I had on the pink bunny costume and everything. And I met another little kid dressed as Ralphie, and his brother was dressed as Randy, and they were the cutest, and I wanted to get a picture with them so bad, but I thought it would be weird if me, a college student, was like, can I take a picture with your kids? Can I have a picture with your kids? I mean, they took a picture, but that's a little different. I'm an adult. This is my first year actually not passing out candy or trick-or-treating, since I always went to my grandmother's house and she sadly passed last Christmas. So I don't know, it was a weird Halloween this year, and I'm not gonna say I didn't have fun. I did have fun watching the girls and like passing out candy on campus, but you know what I mean? It was just different. Not a bad different, just different. I started talking to a couple of my old friends again. One of my friends is coming home from boot camp in a couple days, and another one of my friends is still not in boot camp but in tech school. So I've started talking to him every day, and that, I hate to say it, that makes me more excited than it should. We weren't really close in high school, but now that we're adults and graduated, like, talking to him really brightens up my day. So does talking to my other friends in my group chats, like my D&D group chat. This is gonna sound so nerdy, but my character, I play a half-elf, and if you don't want to listen to this, I'll put in the description where you can jump to, but my character is a half-elf wizard, and, like, everyone died around me, and my character found out that they could walk through time, but they can't control it yet. And I thought, the way it was described, I can't even do it my DM justice on how it was described. I was almost in tears. Like, it was the nerd in me. I already know. Like, I was crying. I was crying that my character did this thing, and none of the other characters know except for one. And I'm like, whoa. That's something I look forward to a lot in college, especially since, you know, it is getting colder and getting dark at like 5, and my seasonal depression has been getting a little bad. Not like, oh my gosh, I can't get out of bed bad, like it has before. But I know that I can keep going. I need my degree to keep my job. It's my dream job, so I'm glad to keep working towards that. I know that I get to come home almost every weekend and play D&D, or I get to hang out with my friends, or just hang out with my mom and my cat and my dog. And I mean, I guess my dad and my brother are there or whatever, but just kidding, I love them. I love you. They watch this. I promise I'm not just, like, saying that to be weird. My parents watch this because they love me, and I'm their favorite daughter. Haha, I'm their only daughter. Unless you count Amber. Anyway, disregard. Anyway. That's something I look forward to a lot. There's something else. Oh, me and my friends. My biggest group of friends, like one of my closest group of friends, are planning a Friendsgiving. We don't have all the details yet, but I know that this is our first year, or at least my first year with them, where we're going to be having a Friendsgiving, which there are a shit ton of us. Like, and I'm gonna try and count. Like, there's almost 20 of us. And then we started planning a Christmas party where we're all gonna dress up like characters from The Office, do a white elephant, like our character. Like, we're all basically assigned people. That's gonna be interesting. I miss them. A lot of my friends are in Morgantown or out of state because they're losers. A lot of them don't watch this, so If they do, you're a loser. And the ones that are down here, like, I love them, but I kind of feel awkward because I'm not as close to them as my other friends to just ask them to hang out, which is bad. Like, because I text a lot of them, no problem, but I don't know, hanging out with them without the group just kind of seems weird because, like, they're closer to other people in the group and I'm closer with other people in the group, and that's kind of how we chill and hang out. But it's whatever. Me and my roommate, fun fact, the only fights we seem to be getting in about now, it's less privacy things and more food things. Not even anything major, more just like, ayo, buy more food, buy more forks, and the other one being like, I'm broke, my card got stolen. Subtle drag, even though it wasn't something she could really stop. I'm not really salty about it. I'm out of frame. Oh my god. I don't have my Cheez-It box anymore, so I actually have to hold my camera, and I'm sorry if this is shaky. I can't really do anything about it. I don't have anywhere else to set my phone unless I record tomorrow, but I'm very busy tomorrow. I have English paper due that I turned in, but I still have to go to the writing center to get it fixed. Because those are just our rough drafts. I have psych notes, and then I'm going to try to finish my homework for at least this week, if not next week too, in that class, so I can just go ahead and like try and forget about it. I honestly could finish it until the end of the semester and be fine. I have my speech tomorrow that my PowerPoint still needs looked over, which all of that stuff is for tomorrow when I go to the library, because my PowerPoint needs one or two things from a flash drive in the library that I had sent over there to get looked at. You know, fun college student things. I don't think this is going to be really, like, how I want this set up. I do eventually want to, like, record for 10 to 15 minutes a day, and then edit them into an hour or two, because I know a lot of the podcasts I listen to have at least an hour of, like, ongoing talking, and honestly, my goal with this, one, it's a fun pastime. It's a fun hobby. I enjoy doing it. I know that probably not a lot of people enjoy listening to it right now because it is crappy as hell. But I do eventually want to try and grow just a little bit. At least to have, I know I like to have podcasts on the background because I find people's voices soothing. I want to maybe be able to be that for someone one day. I know that I do have a friend or two right now that will put my stuff on in the background, even though I've only had one thing put up. I do have a friend that I record, like, reading books for that she finds interesting. I haven't been able to do that a lot recently because I've been busy. And if I tried to post that on YouTube, I would definitely get demonetized. Demonetization doesn't sound fun to me. I do not want my videos taken down. I am looking forward to, though, I do have Thanksgiving break is my only break this year that I'm supposed to have off. I don't know about spring break yet, but Thanksgiving break is my one that I do not work at all. I'm not in school at all. Like, I can just relax. Because over Christmas, I go back to the crime lab. Start working on scenes again, start working in the lab again, helping with reports, getting stuff done for court, all that kind of fun stuff. I can't really go into detail about my job, which kind of sucks because it's so exciting and I do so much, but I literally cannot speak about it, otherwise I will get fired and I could get arrested. All I'm going to say on here is I work in a crime lab. I work on evidence and in the lab and going on scenes. And crime lab, obviously. I work for law enforcement. Right now it is not a 9 to 5, obviously, because I'm a full-time student. It's a paid internship until I leave. I go back every break. I've been invited back for Christmas. They're just trying to get me fit in and my payment all figured out, all that kind of stuff. And then the head lab researcher right now that I'm under, and like my actual boss are looking at hiring me once I graduate, because I'll have the credentials and hopefully will be able to still find my place around there, especially since there's someone already there that's in and out of retirement. Like he doesn't work full-time there. I'm hoping to maybe take his spot, if not try to work my way up a little bit, because I am in my dream job. I've loved forensics forever. I love all the gross, gnarly things. The smells kind of get me though. Oh my god, the smell of decomposition. Do not recommend. That's why you keep VapoRub in your car, and then you shove it all up your nose. The death has always fascinated me. I think that's why my backup plan, if forensics didn't work, was to be a mortician or a funeral director. Listen, if they're dead, they can't complain if I do my job wrong, right? I'm not a people person. The less I'm around people, the better. Yeah. But I had the most amazing revelation the other day that I no longer work in customer service, and like I have to be respectful to people, kind of, but if they give me attitude, I can just reciprocate that energy back. Like, I'm not gonna tell an old lady to go to a nursing home or like give her directions, but I will. If you give me sass, I'm gonna give it right back. Like, I'm not taking anyone's shit anymore. I'm going to live my life. If you disrespect me, I'm gonna disrespect you, and if you respect me, I'm gonna respect you. Like, it goes both ways. Just because you're older than me doesn't mean you can disrespect me. Like, there's a difference between like disrespect and being corrected, and I know the difference between like disrespect and getting corrected. I mean, sometimes it's a fine line. If I know you mean well and just can't find the wording, I'm not gonna lash back. But if I know that you know better, you're gone. You're done. You're done. Point blank, period. I also need to stop saying that. TikTok has taken over my life. I think it's taken over everyone's life, but like, I've started quoting it around my mom and dad, and they know it too, and I'm like, pop culture reference, you understand? Wow. The volume inside this bus is astronomical. Now I'm just ranting, so, oops. Anyway, I think that's all I'm going to record for this week. I'm going to try to sharpen up my video editing skills, because I want my other idea to work so well. And I do eventually want to try to kind of have a better setup that's not just me under my bed on my phone talking. Like, I do eventually want to try to maybe get a camera and or a mic and have a pretty okay setup. I might start not scripting but writing down like bullets about what I want to talk about. How you're about to see how awful my video editing skills is because I accidentally exited out. No, but what I was trying to say is I do want to try to get like a camera and a mic and like start writing down bullets, because I know I want this to try to be as natural as possible, but my brain goes too fast and thinks too many thoughts to remember. Like, honestly, my mom sent me to the store the other day for freezer bags, and I grabbed everything except for freezer bags. Like, I'm gonna have to start like planning this out a little bit better, even though I did want it to just kind of be like go with the flow type stuff. But oh well. And I was also trying to maybe at some point be able to have a logo drawn or make one, because right now I'm using stock photos off the internet as my profile picture because I don't want my face there right now. I don't want my face to be like the focal point of this. I want what I'm saying to be, which I realized at the beginning I didn't introduce this. This is episode 2 of Young, Smart, and Broke. Ha 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 ha. And if y'all didn't know why it's called Young, Smart, and Broke, it's because it's a college kids, and normally when you start college, you're around 18. You're young and dumb. The smart part is being in college, obviously. You have to be a little bit of smart to get into college. And the broke part is because tuition is expensive. Do you know how much my tuition is? I'm not going to disclose that information. Just know it's a lot. And I had between $3,000 to $5,000 given to me, and I'm still making payments. And by I'm making payments, I mean my parents are, because they love me. And I mean, obviously, if I had the money, I would help, but we're trying to get me through college without taking out a loan, which I think my parents, because my mom and dad both went through schooling. My dad was through the military, so he didn't really have to deal with it, but my mom did, and I know that she knows what it's like to have to take out a student loan, and she filled out FAFSAs for a living. So anyway, I think that's all for today. I'm going to definitely try to work on my editing skills and try to get longer podcasts other than just 20 to 30 minutes. I think this one might be 40. Don't quote me on that because I am most definitely wrong. But anyway, peace out, homies. I will actually catch you next week because I'm going to try to start uploading weekly. I'm going to find the time. Even if I have to record at home, even though I don't like it, I will do it. Anyway, peace.